Hello, dear friends. I, Dr. Shumsher Singh, welcome you all to my SSB Pharma Learning channel. Today, I am going to discuss with you about the next GPAT question series part 21. Hope this series, which will include the new tricks as well as the new explanation about the pharmacology, will be very useful for you all. The first trick in this series is the aspirin side effects are, you can remember by the name of aspirin bad. So how you can remember? Aspirin cause asthma, because you know that long term aspirin use cause bronchoconstriction. So this is related to the COX-2 inhibition, where there is a inhibition of release of some prostaglandin which are bronchodilatory in nature. So that's why aspirin produce asthma. Aspirin cause salicylism because salicylic acid is the active part of this aspirin. Peptic ulcer, you know that whenever it inhibit COX-2, which is beneficial, and on the other side it also inhibit COX-1. So due to this disbalance of beneficial and harmful ratio, this is responsible to produce ulcer in the GIT tract. So aspirin produce gastric ulcer, peptic ulcer, intestinal blood loss. So due to ulcer there is a excessive loss of blood from the intestine. Rey syndrome, it also produces a Rey syndrome in the body. Idiosyncrasy, that is unknown type of the effect. And noise, that is tinnitus in the internal air due to interference with the calcium balance in the perilymph fluid of the ear. Bleeding, this is due to excessive irritation effect of this aspirin in the GIT tract. Sometimes the blood is appeared in the stool. And abdominal cramps, so that is pain due to the excessive constriction of the muscles of the GIT tract. Decrease urine frequency, so you can remember the trick by the name of aspirin bad. So this is the first trick. The next question is, D-amphetamine has most prominent, the options are beta 1 effect, beta 2 effect, metabolic effects, and CNS excitatory effects. You can choose the option which is for this question. The right answer for this question is CNS excitatory effects. So you know that the use of amphetamine cause, first thing, loss of appetite. This can also be question in the GPAT. The second is it increase the level of glutamate in the CNS, that is in the cortex and other region of the brain. So increase in the glutamate level cause increase in the calcium influx, and thereby it cause CNS excitotoxicity. So this is the right answer for this question. The next question is, activation of sympathetic system leads to dash 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 accept. The options are contraction of bronchial smooth muscle, gluconeogenesis, glycogenolysis, and contraction of radial smooth muscle of iris. So you choose the right answer, that is where sympathetic do not produce this. The answer is sympathetic system never cause bronchial smooth muscle contraction, because you know that the activation of sympathetic system increase the level of adrenaline, and this adrenaline is a bronchodilatory. So either it is by increasing CAMP level and inhibiting phosphorylation of myosin light chain kinase, or some drugs by producing nitric oxide. So this is the right, this is not a right option for this question, contraction of bronchial smooth muscle. The next question is, which of the following drug is not effective in acute congestive glaucoma? So the options are acetazolamide, pilocarpine, timolol, and mannitol. So you choose the right answer for this. That is the drug which is not effective in acute congestive glaucoma. You can comment in the box. The right answer is timolol. So you know that this timolol was discovered as an anti-hypertensive drug. But for the eyes, in case of acute congestive glaucoma, it is not a potent drug. So effect will not be long lasting, short effect will be there. That's why the other drugs like pilocarpine, acetazolamide could be more preferable, but this is not a right answer for this question. Which of the following tricyclic antidepressant drug has least anticholinergic effect and sedation? The options are amitriptyline, amoxapine, clomipramine, and dazipramine. So you choose the right answer from amitriptyline, amoxapine, clomipramine, dazipramine. The right answer for this, where the drug least anticholinergic and sedative, is dazipramine. So you know that dazipramine not be more having effect on the, you can say, histaminergic and serotonergic and cholinergic system. So you know that if anybody will take antidepressant like dazipramine, it will not interfere with the gastric secretions and not changes the mood of the patient. That's why dazipramine is a right answer for this, that is having a least cholinergic and sedative properties. The next question is, in the small intestine, morphine particularly affect. The options are duodenum, ileum, both duodenum and ileum, does not affect small intestine. You choose the right answer for this question for the morphine. The right answer is it affects the duodenum. You know that whenever the person take a morphine or a opium, these type of the agent reduce the gastric motility, because the thing is they reduce the gastric secretions, the first thing. The second thing, they reduce the gastric emptying. So whenever a person take opioid, the gastric emptying rate will be low. So that means, other question which can be asked in the GPAT is, the chances of the constipation with which one of the drug are more, which one of the type of the drug are more. The option, if there will be a morphine, then you can choose morphine or a opium, because the chances of the constipation with these type of the agents are more. So this is the right answer for this question. This is a next trick, ventricular tachycardia treatment. So you know that this is a lab and CM indicate cardiac monitoring. So cardiac monitoring in the lab is a short form you can remember for the treatment of ventricular tachycardia. What will be lab? L indicate lidocaine, which is a local anesthetic, which is a sodium channel blocker. A indicate amiodarone, which is also a sodium channel blocker. B indicate beta blocker, which is a beta adrenergic blocker, beta receptor blocker, so particularly beta 1 blocker. C indicate cardiopulmonary resuscitation. So this CPR, which is a useful technique to provide a artificial breathing to the patient. And M indicate maxilitine and magnesium. So that means this magnesium, or it could be option like magnesium sulfate, these reduce the nerve conduction velocity. That means magnesium sulfate is a having a property to antagonize the rate of depolarization. So this is the trick which you can remember by the name of lab cardiac monitoring, lab CM. The next question is, opioid analgesics provide sympathetic relief of. Options are pain, cough, diarrhea, all of the above. So you choose the right option, opioid analgesic. It means opioid analgesics are codeine, morphine, fulcodeine, tramadol. So you can say codeine itself is present in a various syrup. So opioid analgesic provide a sympathetic relief of pain, cough, diarrhea. The right answer is all of the above. You know that opioid, by acting on mu kapha receptor, they act as a strong analgesic. That is, they act on the mu and inhibit the calcium influx. They act on the kapha and open potassium channel, and they reduce the cough because they cause bronchial relaxation, and they inhibit diarrhea because I have discussed that opium and morphine cause reduced gastric motility and cause constipation. So that means if any patient will take morphine or opium during diarrhea, it will reduce the symptom of diarrhea. So this is the property of the opioid analgesic. This is a right answer. Next question is, the following anti-cancer drug has high emetogenic potential. The options are vincristine, chlorambucil, 6-mercaptopurine, and cisplatin. You choose the right answer. Which one is more emetogenic? Emetogenic means substance produce emesis. The option is cisplatin. You know that if anybody will use a cisplatin, cisplatin cause GIT ulcer, GIT irritation. That's why cisplatin, you know that in the animal, it is reported that cisplatin induce vomiting. This is a reported model in the rodents because it irritate GIT tract and damage to the mucosa. So that's why the first answer is this for cisplatin. The second answer is cisplatin activate neurokinin NK1 receptor. This can be another option in the GPAT, that cisplatin activate neurokinin peptide type NK1 receptor. NK1 activate NTS, nucleus tractus solitarius, in the CNS, and activation of this NTS cause vomit. So this is the mechanism how cisplatin is responsible to produce the vomiting. So this is the right answer for this question. The next question is, most important target of action of chlorambucil is myeloid tissue, lymphoid tissue, neural tissue, and skin. You choose the right answer or comment in the box. The right answer is lymphoid tissue. So chlorambucil, you know that it is having an anti-cancer property. So it is targeting the lymphoma. How? Because this chlorambucil inhibits the DNA replication. By targeting DNA, it starts to damage the cancer cells. So this is how chlorambucil target the lymphoid tissues. The next question is, the following antineoplastic drug is mitotic inhibitor and cause metaphase arrest. The options are busulfan, vincristine, cetrabine, carbazine. You choose the right answer very fast. The right option is vincristine. So I will discuss with you that there are some vinca alkaloids. The question can be either vincristine or vinca alkaloids. cause like vincristine, vinblastine inhibit the, you know that, mitosis process. They target the mitosis and they inhibit the spindle formation. How they inhibit the spindle formation? By stabilizing the tubules. They inhibit the phosphorylation of tubules, microtubules, thereby inhibit the cell replication. So this is how vincristine is an anti-neoplastic act through this mechanism by inhibiting mitosis, inhibiting spindle formation, inhibiting the phosphorylation of microtubules or tubules, and inhibit the cell replication. So this is the right answer for this question. Next question is the characteristic toxicity of doxorubicin is kidney damage, liver damage, cardiomyopathy, and pulmonary fibrosis. You choose the right answer for this question. The right answer for this question is cardiomyopathy. You know that whenever anybody will use a doxorubicin target mitochondria and inhibit cytochrome P450 enzyme, the first mechanism. The second mechanism, it inhibit the NADH molecule. So this is the energy chain in the ETC, electron transport chain, and inhibit the ATP formation. So thereby inhibiting ATP formation, this doxorubicin cause damage to the myocardial layer of the heart and cause cardiomyopathy. So this is the right answer. So this is the next trick, new trick which you are now looking here. All the tricks are new. So you always like, subscribe SSB Pharma Learning channel. The next new trick is rid cancer. Use of methotrexate. How you can rid cancer with methotrexate. This is a trick. Rid mean R indicate reduce inflammation. I indicate immunosuppressant, reduce T cell activation. D indicate damage to gastric mucosa. It causes damage to mucosa and sometimes ulcer in the patient. Crohn's disease. This is a type of disease where infection of the GIT tract sometimes cause death. Abortion. You know that whenever methotrexate give in the pregnancy, it reduces the synthesis of prostaglandin which are useful for the pregnancy, for the uterus relaxation. But this methotrexate cause uterus contraction. That's why cause abortion. Non-Hodgkin lymphoma, choriocarcinoma. So this is the carcinoma of uterus of the female. This is the choriocarcinoma where the cancer spreads very fast. Ectopic pregnancy. You know that basically pregnancy develops in the ovaries, but sometimes the egg is fertilized in the fallopian tubes. So whenever the egg in the female is fertilized in the fallopian tubes, then the term used as ectopic pregnancy. Next is rheumatoid arthritis. You remember with the name of rid cancer for the methotrexate. So this was the last trick I have discussed with you. Hope you enjoy this lecture series and you all will like, watch, share and subscribe the SSB Pharma Learning channel, and in the next lectures I will discuss more explanation with you. You are welcome. Thank you very much.